I'm just going to start at the very beginning of our thinking is that what is this all about, and what is technology in performance today? And it's really the physical world, of which GE's been a part of more than 100 years, which is material science, systems integration, designing products that can operate in harsh environments, and that is really the genesis of GE, and meaning the analytical world, which is where, with the power of sensors and analytical technology, is really allowing us to achieve higher performance levels. And it's this integration between the physical and the analytical that is going to come together to provide enhanced performance for our customers, with the dream of no unplanned downtime, better asset optimization, better enterprise optimization. And that's really how we come to this. And so it's our thinking and the way we're investing to say that the separation between these two, those days are over, and that every industrial company is going to have a big footprint in the analytical world in order to provide real benefits and outcomes for our customers. And that, if you leave here with nothing else today, leave here with that thought in mind. So where we were a year ago and kind of what we've been executing on and where we've been thinking about just a methodical business model build out, which is the way GE approaches initiatives and things like that, is kind of a deep market-based strategy focused on customer outcomes. So we're always led by what's going on in the marketplace, what's on our customers' minds, how we can do a better job of fulfilling their needs. Creating a disciplined business architecture. In other words, whatever we do in the company, we want to be repetitive. We want it to be something that customers can count on as time goes on. We recognized early on that we cannot achieve anything in this space without partners. So we've attracted some world-class partners and some people that we think can be phenomenal as time goes on. Consistent offerings. So we already have a big service footprint. We look at this as a way to enhance our service business inside GE, where we have a big backlog and existing relationships, and so that is absolutely critical. And just this service transformation that is really important as time goes on. So market-backed, disciplined execution. Partners are a big part of what we do. Consistent offering stream and transform our service relationships. That's really how we thought about this a year ago, and that's how we think about it today. Now, again, what's the industrial internet? What are the pieces that are important? It's smart machines. So all of the technologies we have today have the context of sensing technologies that are married with the physical world. So smart machines, brilliant machines. Advanced analytics, so the power of analytics, which has rippled through the consumer space, is now very relevant and very real in the industrial space. And people at work, mobility. So we have tens of thousands of service people. Our installed base is in every corner of the world. I just got back from a trip to the Middle East where we took the third largest order in the history of our power business in Algeria. So we have products and technologies in every corner of the world, and we need mobility and we need people at work. The promise of this strategy is reducing or eliminating unplanned downtime, which I'd say to our industrial customers in the room today, whether you're a railroad or a hospital or an oil and gas company or an airline, this is the holy grail of operation, is having assets that don't fail and that operate in a very cohesive way in the world that they're in, the enterprise that they're in, to drive great outcomes. And for the economy, we think this is going to generate higher productivity for our customers, more jobs, more benefits. And so we think there's a macro story that's behind the industrial internet, just like there's an important benefit directly for our customers. And so this is what we believed a year ago, and this is what we've seen accomplished and seen be important in the world we're in today. Business architecture, business model. How do we think about doing this in a repetitive basis? How do we make it kind of a GE-style business and a GE-style operation? It starts with domain. We love these industries. We love these industries. Healthcare, power, oil and gas, water, aviation, transportation. These are businesses that we've had depth in, that we've got customer relationships in. where we've got awesome backlogs and customer connections. And so I always start everything with the fact that we see this as being a deep domain activity in industries and businesses that we love and customers that we have shared interest in. So that's foundational for us. The technology. What Bill's going to talk about in a minute here is the predicts kind of application software, the basic building blocks that are going to allow us to write applications, they're going to allow us to deliver new applications and software rapidly, that are going to have kind of machine aspects, they're going to have intelligence and analytical aspects. And so we have now a foundation, a technical foundation, that's going to allow us to increase the number of offerings we do each year, have them high quality, have them user-friendly in ways that can be replicated frequently. Strong organization. So we've, both from a technical standpoint and from a commercial standpoint, we've kind of looked at this as a build versus buy process. So we've tried to attract some of the industry's best talent, and these are people that share our interest in the domain. And so we found that we were able to get great talent and add them to the existing GE talent. So in many ways, this is very much about great human resources, both commercially and technically, and we've been very diligent in ways to do that, and then adding that to the great GE Foundation. So ultimately, in our Center of Excellence, we'll have 1,000 scientists and technologists, but they then become part of almost 10,000 GE software engineers that are working across our many domains. So strong technical talent with broad domain talent, we think is key. And then ecosystem. The ability to attract good partners, the ability to work with good partners, the ability to maybe enhance our own technology with startup companies that are working outside our space. Again, we think this combination of domain, discipline, technical execution, attracting core talent, and being a great partner. These four things is what we think ultimately makes this a GE initiative in a GE context and where ultimately we plan to be successful. So I want you to get a sense that this is a very disciplined business process, business build-out that we're doing here in strong GE fashion. Now, I talked about world-class partners, and many of them are in the room here today, and we appreciate their activity because, again, technically, we need good partnerships. So in the case of Intel, Intel is innovating around devices and chips that are really going to enable our products to have this deep analytical core in a mobile setting. And so Intel is going to be a great partner of ours. Pivotal, where we have an equity stake, Pivotal is really doing the next generation architecture on which analytics are going to be built, and we think Pivotal is going to be a dynamic partner for us as time goes on. Cisco has been a long-term GE partner and will continue to be that in the industrial internet with networking and routing around deep domains, and they are great at that. Kaggle is a company that we've worked with last year and will continue to work with to do kind of outside pursuits and allow other people to get access to our big initiatives inside the company. We love Kaggle. AT&T is going to really be at the forefront of allowing us to do this in a mobile setting. This absolutely is key to have kind of a universal SIM. And for global businesses like ours, this is a very powerful technology that we're going to partner on with AT&T. Amazon for the cloud is going to be a key partner as we continue to build this out. And Accenture, from a systems integration standpoint, a partnering standpoint, we launched Teleris a year ago with Accenture, and we think Accenture brings both domain and systems integration. And so, we want to be known as a good partner, because I think to solve customers' problems, it's going to take more than just one company in order to really get in there and drive across the entire enterprise. So we look forward to working with these folks. In the end, results count. In the end, it's nice to talk about things, but delivering on new technologies is what really counts. So we started last year with 10 launches. Today we're announcing another 14. I'd say on a run rate basis, we'd like to do maybe twice that amount on an annual basis, and we're kind of building the foundation to do that. In the last 12 months, we've gotten $400 million in orders in the launches we did a year ago. We've got 14 launch customers for the 14 offerings we have today, so these are real. They're going to be put in practice, and what our customers are seeing are real outcomes. Again, I think in the world today, Productivity is everything. Speed, productivity, outcomes are what people really measure. And we want to be known as a company that delivers outcomes for our customers. And that's going to show up in more revenue, less downtime, better capability, improved enterprise operations, and things like that. I'm not going to go through all the offerings today, but if you go to the drilling iBox and oil and gas, so you've got this incredible piece of technology that's going to go a couple miles beneath the ocean floor. There's 30 sensors on a blowout preventer. It's going to take a couple 100,000 pieces of data continuously. And what we're trying to build with our customers in the oil and gas space is the ability to model these parameters from a control system standpoint and be able to watch this real time to see how the asset is operating, what kind of surges it's seeing, and be able to really take the place or extend maintenance cycles and make the maintenance cycles more meaningful. You just have an overall, I think, comfort in how the asset's operating from a remote standpoint. And so in the entire oil and gas industry, particularly with these assets that are in the subsea space, the ability to optimize performance and the ability to take these great assets that are operating in harsh environments and watch them real time and be able to model performance real time is key. And that's going to show up in the drilling iBox in the oil and gas space, really built around controls. Over here is the CT scanner, and the CT scanner, what I'll talk about here is the cloud imaging that healthcare is doing. I mean, these things are creating an immense amount of data, kind of more than 150 million different pieces of data. They're so powerful, it's hard for radiologists to use the power of the technologies that we have. One of the big technologies from an operating standpoint is to do a post-processing step so that radiologists, after they do the imaging procedure, can then model data, model the image, and do it in a way that they can make better diagnostics. And so it's key to do that post-processing. We want to do that in a cloud setting so that they constantly can download applications and they can have a great sense of getting the most out of this asset as time goes on. So this is a kind of an enterprise operation. So this will help the entire radiology suite, whereas the iBox is really going to help that blowout preventer operate to its maximum potential. So this notion of asset optimization and operations optimization, how do you make the asset really run better? How do you make the entire enterprise run better? That's where our launches will continue to be, kind of sold to our service operations. So this is all about the customer and all about outcomes.